Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we've got a fun one. It's been requested a lot, and that is, how can I color grade an image that I like, or, one that they want to copy the color grading. And so I says, that'd be a great thing. I says, let's teach everybody how to steal a color grading from an image. So this way you can use it with your own images. So I've got this image up here on the screen, and I happen to really love the color grading that was done on this image, and I would sure like to use it on one of my images. And so I come in and I look at this. I go, oh, okay, it's got a lot of brown tinge. It's warm. Boy, pretty complex to recreate this. And what colors would I use to do this? Well, let's take a look at my image. Oh, big difference, huh? Let's put them side by side. Okay, we couldn't have had two opposite images if we could try. And I picked that deliberately, by the way. I wanted to show you that how far we can take one image to another. To show you how easy this is. Okay, so we've got our example on the left, and we have my photo on the right. We want to make my photo look like this color grading. Quite a task up ahead of us. But actually, I'm going to show you some tricks. Okay, so if you watch all the way through, you're going to pick up a bunch of little tips, secrets, and all I ask is that you don't tell anybody about the secrets. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so here we've got my image, and we're going to start with the example image. Okay, and the example image is, I need to get some basic fundamental colors out of this image. All right, so here's secret number one. Okay, and again, don't tell anybody this, okay, because this is a trade secret. Okay, the pros use this, but the public doesn't know about it. All right, so how do I get the color palette that I want to use for this? Well, I'm going to teach you a little cheat. All right, so I want you to go up to File, and then I want you to act like you're going to export it, and I want you to save for the web. I know this makes no sense whatsoever, right? But trust me, we're going to use this ability in Photoshop to steal the color palette of this image. Now I want you to change the image to GIF. And you'll notice what happens there. It gives us an entire color image table for this image. Okay, so this image is color graded with this palette. All right, so that helps us, but boy, trying to map out all these colors, that's going to be pretty difficult. So let's reduce the numbers down to just the fundamentals. So go down to colors, and let's pick 4. And boom, we now have the palette of this image broke down to the fundamental 4 colors. So let's go ahead and save this. So click here, and then I want you to save the color table. And you can name it or just leave it as a default. I'm going to leave it on the desktop. All right. And there we go. Okay, so we're done. Now we can go ahead and cancel this. Because all we wanted to do was we wanted to steal the color codes for this image. That's all we wanted to do. So now you're going to come up to your swatches table, okay? Now, if you don't have your swatches or don't see it, don't panic. Go up to Window, and then just go ahead and select swatches, okay? So now I want to take my swatches here, and I want to load that color table that I just made into Photoshop. So I'm going to import, and I'm going to pick the one on the desktop. And there we go. And if we just scroll right down, we can see there's table. And look at that. There's our 4 base color for this image. Okay, we have literally stole the color platelet from this image. We're golden now. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put this image to rest. And let's just go with our image here. Now, we got our work cut out for us, but it's actually very easy. Okay, and again, here's second tip number 2. And again, I ask that you don't tell anybody this, but I want you to activate the gradient map. Okay, you can come in and select the gradient map, and by default it goes to the black and white gradient. Okay, and so there we got a nice black and white image, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking to color grade it. All right, so we're going to take our color table and we're going to configure the gradient map to give us the color scheme of the other image. So double click on the gradient, and now you'll see we have 2 points, one at the end and one at the other end, right? For the shadows and one for the highlights. Now, we have a color platelet of 4. So we need some additional points in ours. So just below it, I'm going to click a point, add a point there, and I'm going to click a point there. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Okay? Don't worry about what's happening to the image now. It'll all make sense in the end. So what we need to do is we need to take each one of these 4 points and plot them to our color table that we just stole from the other image. So let's start with the shadows. Click on that, and then click on the color. And instead of picking one, I'm going to pick my dark for the table. There we go. So now we've picked our darkest. Let's go to the next one. Click this, and we're going to go to our next color. How easy is this, huh? Click on this. Look at that. We're coming right along. And then our highlights, we'll click on it, and our highlights are going to go to that. And there we are. We have mapped all 4 points on ours. We can move these and adjust these to how we want to have it go, but we'll just leave it evenly spaced for now. All right. So, boom, we have it. Now, of course, it doesn't look like we want, right? It kind of looks like a rust color, but we're getting there. So let me go back to the default here. You see, we're not there, but we're going to get there, because right now we're on a normal blend mode. You see that? We're on a normal blend mode layer. All we need to do is change the blend mode. Now, your blend mode is going to change based on the image, all right? And it's going to be your taste. You can turn around and select soft light if you wish, which is a very subtle effect, okay? But I like color myself, so I'm going to go down to color. And there we are. Isn't that amazing? There's the original image, and now we're color graded to match the other image. And we did that with a single gradient map. We stole the colors from this image, and then we put it into this image, and it's quite a drastic change, isn't it? There's the out of camera picture, and there's our color graded that we stole from the other image. Now, here's another bonus tip for you, okay? And I appreciate you staying here, is this gradient that we made, okay? We can turn around and give it a name. And save it by hitting new. And there our new image is set. Test demo. Okay? So what does that mean? Okay? Well, that means now we could turn around and throw this gradient map away. And we could just create a new one anytime with any image. We can use this now on any image that we want. So we could come in, click our gradient, open up the gradient editor, scroll down through our gradients. There's our gradient. And bingo bango. And change the blend mode. And there we are. We have color graded an image. We stole the colors from one image and put in the other. Plus, we saved this that we could reuse this. Now, if you don't like the effect or you want to turn around and have a little alteration, you can adjust the opacity. Okay? You could drop the opacity if the effect is too strong. Pick it to your liking. All right? Again, totally customizable up to what you do. So there you go. There's how you steal a color grade from one image to another image. So hopefully you like this. And until next week, you guys take care.